For years, fans have debated one of the biggest mysteries in Bikini Bottom. How in the world does a crab have a whale for a daughter? Depending on who you ask, the answers vary wildly. Some insist that Mr. Krabs killed Pearl's mother and turned her into Krabby Patty meat. Others claim her real dad is locked away, or that Pearl isn't even his daughter, just adopted. But here's the thing. While these theories are entertaining, they're far from the truth. The real story is neither a gruesome conspiracy nor a shocking crime. It's far more grounded, emotional, and tragically beautiful. Pearl's mother remains the biggest unsolved mystery in SpongeBob SquarePants. She's never appeared on screen, never been named, yet her presence lingers in every episode she touches. Creator Steven Hillenburg once explained that he intentionally designed each main character to be a different sea creature: sponge, starfish, squid, squirrel, crab, whale. Pearl's whale nature wasn't a plot twist. It was a deliberate choice for cast diversity. Yet, hidden clues throughout the show, combined with commentary from early writers like David Fian, hint at a deeper story. These breadcrumbs point toward a life-changing love, sacrifice, and a father trying to make sense of loss after war. As we unravel this theory, you'll see that Mr. Krabs isn't a villain, a murderer, or a schemer. He's a father haunted by grief, desperately trying to preserve the memory of the woman he lost through the daughter he still loves. And what we discover will change the way you view every Krusty Krab birthday, every Pearl shopping spree, and every muttered mother of Pearl moment. Pearl's origins have fueled fan debates for decades. From the very first episodes, her size, species, and extravagant behavior sparked questions. How could a crab raise a whale? Some fans spun dark theories, suggesting Mr. Krabs might have been involved in foul play, or that Pearl's mother vanished under tragic or criminal circumstances. Others speculated she was adopted, explaining the biological impossibility. These theories gained traction because SpongeBob rarely addresses Pearl's mother directly, leaving a vacuum that fan imagination eagerly filled. But when we dig deeper, it becomes clear that most of these ideas are fun, but misleading. Hillenburg, the show's creator, was careful to balance humor with subtle emotional depth. Early behind-the-scenes notes and interviews reveal that Pearl's whale nature was simply a creative decision to diversify the main cast. Yet, fans noticed repeated hints within episodes. Krabs' home filled with whale memorabilia, the constant use of clam references, and even the phrase "mother of Pearl" popping up during stressful moments. Each of these clues adds layers to his relationship with Pearl and the mystery of her mother, suggesting a story grounded in emotional truth rather than sensationalism. Moreover, creative staff such as Vincent Waller have confirmed that episodes explaining Pearl's mother were planned but never aired, leaving only fragments in the canon. This deliberate absence, combined with Krabs' past as a Navy veteran and his obsessive attention to wealth and security, fueled theories of tragedy and loss rather than crime. It's a pattern. Fans notice inconsistencies, fill them with drama, and call it mystery, yet the truth often lies in the careful hints Hillenburg and his team sprinkled throughout the series. When examining SpongeBob SquarePants canon, several subtle details point to the real story behind Pearl's origins. First, Steven Hillenburg intentionally designed Pearl as a whale to diversify the main cast, but he also planted visual and narrative breadcrumbs hinting at her deeper backstory. In the Krusty Krab, for instance, framed pictures of massive whales decorate Krabs' home, clearly not Pearl herself. These images suggest an important whale in Krabs' past, someone significant, yet never explicitly shown. Additionally, Hillenburg and creative director Vincent Waller confirmed that a two-part episode explaining Pearl's mother was planned, but never produced. The goal was to reveal her backstory at the right moment, emphasizing emotional depth over shock value. This hints that Pearl's mother's story was meant to be tragic and grounded, rather than sensational. Fans often overlook these hints, instead theorizing about murder or adoption. Yet, when combined with Krabs' Navy background and the depictions of his life after the war, a more realistic narrative emerges. Krabs fell in love with a vibrant, larger-than-life whale whose absence profoundly affected him and shaped how he raised Pearl. Even episode details support this reading. Krabs' obsessive love for clams, the restaurant's clamshell sign, references to Mother of Pearl, and clam-centered episodes like Clams, all subtly point to a symbolic connection to Pearl and her mother. The trivia book also confirms Pearl takes after her mother, suggesting behavioral traits not just physical resemblance. All of these canonical and behind-the-scenes clues converge to tell a story of love, loss, and a single father trying to preserve a memory through his daughter. The heart of the Pearl mystery isn't about conspiracies or criminal behavior. It's about grief, love, and the emotional weight Mr. Krabs carries. After serving in the Navy, Krabs returned from war depressed and isolated, struggling to find purpose in a world that felt heavier than the battles he fought. Opening the Krusty Krab was only a partial remedy. The real anchor came in the form of Pearl's mother, a whale larger than life, both in personality and presence. She was vibrant, spoiled, and extravagant, the perfect counterbalance to Krabs' frugality and austerity. Their relationship, though fleeting, gave Krabs hope and a reason to rebuild his life. The timing aligns with canon details. Krabs' birth year, naval service, and the founding of the Krusty Krab all point to a 1970s timeline. Raising Pearl became Krabs' way of preserving the memory of the woman he lost. Every lavish birthday, every dollar spent despite his notorious stinginess, is an act of devotion, honoring her memory through his daughter. Even small recurring details reinforce this emotional truth. The Krusty Krab's clamshell sign, the frequent use of the phrase mother of pearl, and episodes featuring clams all symbolically tie Krabs' love and grief to Pearl and her mother. These gestures reveal that Krabs isn't simply cheap or obsessive, he's a father trying to cope with loss, showing love in the only way he knows, financially and symbolically. This reading reshapes every interaction between Krabs and Pearl. The spoiling, the indulgence, the protection, they're all rooted in a profound, tragic love story that has been quietly hinted at throughout the series. But just as you think you understand, more clues suggest there's an even deeper layer to uncover. The final piece of the Pearl puzzle lies in the details fans often overlook. Krabs' home is filled with whale imagery, pictures of massive whales, clam motifs, and subtle nods scattered throughout episodes. These weren't random set decorations, they were deliberate symbols linking Pearl and her mother to Krabs' emotional world. Every mother of pearl exclamation, every clam-centered gag, even the Krusty Krab sign itself, serves as a quiet homage to the love he lost and the daughter who carries her memory. Additionally, early staff notes and trivia books confirm that Pearl takes after her mother not just physically, but in personality traits. She's extravagant, loves spending, and exudes the charm and energy her mother once possessed. These behavioral parallels reinforce the theory that Pearl is Mr. Krabs' biological daughter, and that spoiling her isn't mere indulgence. It's an act of remembrance, an emotional echo of the woman he loved. Even canonical timelines support this. Krabs' naval service in the 1960s to 70s, the founding of the Krusty Krab, and Pearl's early childhood all align to suggest a brief, formative relationship between Krabs and Pearl's mother, cut short either by separation, loss, or circumstances beyond his control. Every act of Krabs' generosity, every clamshell, and every obsession with wealth suddenly takes on a new emotional resonance. They're his way of holding on to love and coping with grief. Ultimately, the Pearl theory isn't about mystery, crime, or absurd conspiracies. It's a story of heartbreak, parental devotion, and subtle storytelling genius by Hillenburg. Pearl exists as both a daughter and a living memory, a bridge between what Krabs lost and what he strives to protect. And now, the mystery finally makes sense. The Pearl theory finally solved shows us that SpongeBob's world isn't just silly antics. It's layered with heartfelt storytelling. Pearl is more than a whale or a mystery. She represents love, loss, and the enduring bond between a father and his daughter. Mr. Krabs' actions make sense in this emotional context. If this revelation blew your mind, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think really happened to Pearl's mother? Dive deeper into Bikini Bottom mysteries with us in the next video.